You were not as tough as
Alright. Reverse Warwick top. And I guess the guidelines for my lanes has just become part of my daily life at this point. Still can't figure out how to turn them off. Don't even know how they got on. But yeah, this matchup is pretty rough. Warwick has a lot of percent max health damage in his Q, which is also magic damage. Obviously not good for us with low base MR and MR scaling. And a lot of them usually will take barrier, like this one. No lethal tempo in the game anymore, so at least you don't have to deal with that, but PTA is just as viable, so. Unfortunate.
Even if I lose, I win. Just means I get to come back and kill you later.
75 courage, so if we hit a Q with every pellet, it's a guaranteed remount, so. Obviously, even though it looks like we're pretty even, Warwick being half health is kind of nothing compared to us, so still have to respect it. As soon as he drops below half health, he starts healing for his auto attacks, so. And he still has barrier as well. Probably one of the strongest laners you can get top lane, although it's pretty slept on. Like Kane's coming. Ignite early for the Grievous. That's massive. Nice gank by Kane. Yeah, you should always ping when they use their sums, like even if you're not tracking it, like I recommend, of course I miss my cannon. I recommend putting on timestamps on your chat, so that way when you ping it, you can see when you pinged it and then go back to it later if you need to check their summoners. But regardless of whether you're tracking it or not, I recommend you always ping it just so your jungle knows. Like Kane knows he just used flash and it's like pushed up, so free kill.
They tried using that boiling oil on us, but they can't defrock her.
You want to sort of completely avoid taking any even trades with him, because even trades is like just bad. So he'll just heal it up. Even sometimes like negative trades for him end up being positive because he just heals off the wave. Kind of like the opposite of what I normally say with Kled. Like with Kled, you can normally afford to take even trades and sometimes even negative trades because you got your remount. But obviously against Warwick, he's just better healing up than you are, so just gonna try and shove this and get it back off.
A man without a weapon ain't worth listening to.
So I like to, against like champions that are really heavy on healing, like the Warwick, Fiora. It's pretty much it, really. But those champs, I prefer normally to run Bramble rather than Executioners. I just find it's more value for your money, even though it is a defensive item. I don't know. I just find it works a lot better.
Oh, you ain't leaving, are you?
And against like most people that heal, you shouldn't really need Grievous because you have it on your queue. But for someone like Warwick, you want it permanently up. You want it to be up as soon as he does a little trade, similar to Fiora. Whereas your Q obviously only happens when it yanks, and if you miss it, then you have no Grievous at all. So against someone that's so heavy on the healing, like Warwick, it's good to have it.
You the only thing I trust. Don't get weird on me.
It's a terrible ult by him. Terrible ult by him. Wow, I can't believe he did that. He ulted right as I was about to demount, so I just instantly cleansed it.
Let's get to killing them interloping intruders. Don't get your britches all rumble.
Annoying thing about Warwick as well is he'll always be able to just run back to lane super fast.
A few things might loosen us up.
So you have to kind of get out of there ASAP. He gets his W speed boost to low health targets across the whole map. So if you ever kill him and he's like you're left low, you have like a couple seconds to push lane, and then you got him harassing you. So. But once he gets Bork, it's kind of pretty over for us. We can't really fight him 1v1, so we have to just sort of play around him when it gets to that point. Play with our team also. We can kill him in lane, although it's pretty difficult. So just playing safe and not inting is also viable.
Making me ride over to kill him. Bow down, you damn furry shiver.
I'm getting ganked by everyone. No point flashing. Dead here. The whole nation is top lane. See if I can get Kane just to hold our lane, hopefully.
Need is open country, but we gonna take everything they got.
Malphite's not happy for some reason. I can't believe they just walked straight from top straight to mid and killed him too. Insane.
I came to cut off a piece of that Noxian dream, and I ain't sharing my piece. Whoa, Gar! Whoa!
Ah! Just walked in the turret and died or something.
Well, my foot wanted to meet your ass, and I'm about to give them a shotgun wedding.
I'd ult by him again. in a second, maybe. Yep, perfect. Warwick really should never ult unless you're dismounted in this matchup. If he's ulting before then, it's usually quite troll. Oh, that was greedy of me. That's pretty greedy of me. Definitely shouldn't have done that. Oh, we might just wait for our steel caps.
Yeah, but then how are we gonna invade both bases at once? Don't you run off on me! No!
Probably going to be coming back with pork.
Mushroom juice again.
No, not quite.
Your team has destroyed a turret.
Why ain't they saluting me? They should be saluting me! Salute me now!
Unfortunate.
An enemy has been slain.
What? How about a long axe in your gut? Nah, then we kill them too. Ain't nobody on my team but you.
Now Warwick's weakness is
I am looking to start a fight.
team fight. He's not a very strong team fight champion. Like, people can just easily interrupt his ultimate. And obviously, all his damage is pretty much single target. Whereas we're not the greatest team fight champion. We're still probably better than Warwick. So this game, we probably want to try and force him into team fighting.
So clever. Brains don't win fights. Brains is what splatter on you.
If we can, obviously. He just wants to permanently sit side. There's nothing we can really do about it. We just have to match him. But we can sort of play safe enough to just bore him out of his mind and make him want to run team fight. That's normally my game plan.
Don't try and understand them. Just rope, throw, and break.
Only go in when, like, you know for sure you can kill him. It's kind of hard to judge with Warwick, especially if you haven't versed it much or played it much yourself.
Enemy has been slain.
Sort of one of those champs that I'd recommend playing if you're struggling into it. Similar to Darius.
Oxy and play.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, if you didn't know, through Nocturnal, you can still see his Q puddles for some reason. So I just had a look at where my team was before the Nocturnal, saw the Q puddle, and that's where I launched my ult. Like the pool that his Q leaves behind. I mean by puddle. You can see a few other effects for it as well, but that's the most obvious one because that comes from Nocturne himself.
Don't you bite me again. Hey, it's Forward Admiral Major Kled. I ain't been a mister since ever.
Looks like they're just giving that turret. Just gonna ignore this team fight here and push for the tier 2. It is a 4v4, so let's hope they do something okay. Warwick should be there soon though. Yeah.
An enemy has been slain. An enemy has been slain. Double kill. Killing.
Best outcome, they won it.
An ally has been slain.
Even if they lost, it would be alright here because I'm getting a tier 2. I've essentially just got 2 kills worth of gold. So even if they went 4 for 2, technically be even. But if they go more than that, then we're ahead in gold overall. Norless is following you. You want to just hug walls. I find it's the best way to get away from him. Obviously, you can't hook over walls like most other hook champs. He wants top, I guess. Ideally, I'd want to go top and start pressuring their tier 2, but it's what it is. Teammate doesn't move, then it's kind of pointless just going there. It's 2, so 2 ults.
I hate to advocate violence and insanity, but it's worked for me.
Warwick's probably gonna be tempted to run to this fight. He's still here.
An ally has been slain.
Calm down, you damn fucking scammer. Are you ready for anything? Of course you are.
An enemy has been slain. Double kill.
Just tried to ult away. Should never do that as Warwick, just not fight back. It'd be so much harder to kill him if he just autoed back. It's just not healing at all. Terrible by him.
Your team has destroyed a turret.
Need to ignite him.
They're all trespassers. We're just killing them 5 first.
Get this in here. If we have to die for it.
Your team
Really
has
not, but
destroyed an inhibitor.
see. It'd be alright. Unless you waste salt. Yeah, not bad. Teammates didn't even follow him.
Where you been?
Your team has destroyed a turret.
Yeah, and if Warwick gets behind, he just becomes significantly less tanky because he doesn't really build any HP items or durability items. He's always just rushing Bork usually. So if he's ever behind, he just doesn't do anything in team fights, just gets completely mobbed.
Your team has destroyed an inhibitor.
The Warwick an accident. Oops. Yeah, we should be able to end here. Yeah, for sure. That's GG. Sort of how you want to play the lane phase, like safe, but you can punish him. But yeah, that was a pretty good game against Warwick.
Don't wanna test your luck with me. I think I've had enough disease. I'm sick of all the bad thoughts, people who are half-nots.
You are not as tough as